Welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly. Today's practice is wintering yoga. The winter solstice was yesterday, the longest night of the year, and it's time for us to embrace that wintering season within ourselves. If you need a prop, grab yourself a pillow or a blanket, unroll the mat, and peel the edges, and together let us do this. My beautiful friends. Joining me in a crisscross applesauce, and if you have that prop, a pillow or a blanket, getting that under the sit bones. Just allowing yourself just to shake it out, knowing you have arrived here. I know at the beginning of practices, there's lots of jitters and all the things happening. So allow yourself to be human and do what you need to do. Smooth the hair, get the head, fidget the shirt. And this is a great moment also to blow your nose. We are going to be partaking in an alternate nostril breath, and you really want your sinuses cleared. So remember, I used to think it was really weird to blow my nose in front of other people until I took my yoga teacher training, and it's totally fine. So get the books, remove up, clear your nostrils. I know it's a little gross. Grab yourself a cling tissue and just wrap it around that. And you can throw that away or you can tuck it away. You can do whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. So just grounding yourself into your seats. And let's just like wiggle it out. So for this alternate nostril breath, my friends, joining me, and you can use the ring finger and the thumb or the pinky and the thumb, and it's going to be dominant finger. So if you are a righty, so my righty is going to be your lefty, my lefty is your right. So getting your dominant finger, dominant thumb, thumbsing up on that hand, and that is going to be on that nostril. So for me, it's my right, I'm right-handed. It's going to look, since I'm mirroring you, it's going to look like your left. And you're going to breathe that breath in, pausing at the top, exhaling through the opposite nostril, inhaling in, pausing, exhaling, inhaling. And you're pinching both of the nostrils together, which sometimes can feel like, what's happening? And just for a small little moment, pausing at the top and exhaling. So flowing with your own self, and just you can listen to my voice and just keep flowing and knowing that this alternate nostril breath is a balancing breath. It brings both of our lunar and our solar aspects, which with the winter solstice, that's more embracing this darkness, that darkness within, and just being okay with that, and just exhaling, inhaling. Working through the inner turmoil and just being okay with showing up where you are, how you are, but then allowing an acceptance. Allowing yourself just to tap in and flow, and finishing with 2 complete cycles. So it's a whole cycle is out and in one, and through the other, that's 1. So doing 2 more. Pausing and just allowing your hands to float down, or perhaps bringing your hands up to your heart as you soften the gaze or close the eyes, humbly tucking the chin in towards the chest. And allowing yourself just to feel whatever is going on inside of the body. within this wintering practice, this practice of embracing that winter, that darkness within inside of ourselves, my friends. Awesome work. And from here, meeting me in a tabletop position. And if you have those harder floors, of course, Joy rolls up like nicely on the blanket. You can grab that blanket. I have this really lovely carpet underneath of mine, so I'm gonna just roll with this right here. So meeting me in all fours, so that's just hands released underneath of the body. And from here, we're gonna inhale, tucking the navel up towards the spine. Inhaling that right arm up high to the sky. Exhale as you thread through. Inhale to raise. Exhale to sink. Inhale to raise. Exhale to sink. Inhale to raise. Exhale to sink. Inhale to raising up. Feeling through the biceps, the triceps, all the way through the fingertips. Exhale as you can feel this lovely twist. You maybe come a little deeper and pause here. Inhale to raise it up. Exhale to sink. Let's take 4 more of these. 1. And on that last one, we're going to thread all the way through. 3. And knowing that the inhale or exhale is up to you. So you're going to thread through and relax that temple down on the earth. And you can raise the palm up high to the sky if that feels good for you. Or you can post the hand up on the earth. Or you can give yourself a little bind here. And just allowing yourself to sink through the sit bones. You can open the knees up if they need to wiggle a little bit wider. Perhaps closing the eyes for a moment and just breathing in to this lovely twist here. Knowing that, just like the changing of the seasons, that in winter it's more of a still season. There still is action, yet there's a lot of rest and retreat, and that's okay. And that we can truly gain more power and more healing when we allow ourselves to rest and retreat. I know this is something that I often struggle with because I want to be busy and doing all the things and writing the books and painting the pictures and making the things, and sometimes we just need a rest. And that's okay, because a lot of goodness can come out of rest. Wonderful work, my friends, with a big inhale to the back of the heart. Sinking it down. Unbinding that hand, planting it into the earth from the core, activating through that midsection. Inhale, raising high, high, high up to the sky, and planting that hand down on the earth. So releasing that right hand down to the earth from the core. Really activate the tummy. It's almost like you're just pulling the navel back towards the spine here and really activating the hand on the earth. So really thumb, pointer, all the way to the extended finger, rolling the eye of the elbow out, not to a point where it's like not dislocating, but where it's kind of locking itself out. You want that gentle micro bend from the core. We're going to inhale, raising up. Exhale. And really tapping into how it's feeling in the shoulders, in that front body, and those pecs in the front of the body, and even the core and the abdomen on the side body. And really, if you can, just focus on that inhale and let that exhale come organically. Awesome work, my friends. Just letting the body slowly unwind. Taking 4 more. And then on that 4th one, we're going to all the way through going to more of a restorative. 1. And last one, threading all the way through, letting that body melt onto the earth. You can post that hand up high, or you can bind it behind you. And just allowing your body to sink a little bit here, sinking back into, if it feels good, you can sink back into the sit bones or keeping up high. And just breathing that breath in to this lovely bind here. Just being with the self. And knowing that there is a time for movement, and there also is a time for stillness. With a beautiful still breath in and melting it out. 2 more of those, friends. unbinding if your hand was bound, bringing that hand to the earth and bringing the opposite hand to the earth and coming just back on those sit bones for a moment and rocking forward and just feeling into the body, maybe taking just a little free moment, maybe taking a little devotional pose, letting the hands go forward if that feels good, or maybe you're feeling like you want to do something a little bit more active and coming forward, kind of like a mini up dog, and just allowing yourself just to kind of find something, a little free expression here. Awesome work, my friends. And from here we are going to imagine like there's a little ball. We're going to roll it with our nose all the way down to the earth and coming all the way, legs lengthen long, arms in front of you, lengthen long for a sphinx here, giving yourself this little back bend. And you can just notice, does it feel better to move the elbows in towards the core, or does it feel better to go a little bit further out? This is all just depending on the mobility in the shoulders, right, and the body. You can even, if you would like to, coming in for a cobra, which is just going to be hands down below the shoulders and just raising that up, giving yourself this lovely, gentle back bend. Back bends are just this lovely expression of knowing that the body can go so many different ways, and even if it's just a little bit. Inhaling it up, exhale to sink. Okay, sinking and posting those hind feet into the earth. I have this carpet that my mat likes to sneak off of, so I'm going to set myself up for success here. Get myself all around and sit up. Okay, really rooting in through the hands. Inhale, powering up to a plank pose. If this is something that is not as much in your practice, it's totally acceptable to kind of get on a knee and creep your way up like so. Yoga is not a one-size-fits-all. All right. Awesome work, my friends. Really powering through the hands rooted into the earth. I know for a wider shoulder like mine, I really need to let the pinky exhale off of the mat. We're going to inhale to a downward facing dog and just tap into the feet. Maybe you can walk the heels or the toes up closer to the heels. And just taking a moment in your down dog. Exhale, coming forward into the plank. Awesome work. Inhale to downward dog. Really feeling like you're going to jump up and over a hurdle and come forward here to this finish line, right? Inhale, coming back. I'm living in the mountains now, and wintering to me is just embracing the mountains and my own rooted and groundedness. So a downward dog to me is also like the mountains, it's home. Exhaling forward. Inhaling. Let's do 5 more of these. 4. Inhale, big breath in through the nose. Exhale, shoot it out. 3. 2. 1. Awesome work, my friend. From here, exhaling to that downward facing dog. Inhaling, high, high, high. That leg high up to the sky for a 3-legged dog. Inhale to the center. Exhale, high. Inhale to the center. Exhale, up high. Inhale to the right elbow. Exhale, high to the sky. Inhale to that right elbow. High to the sky. 1 more to that right elbow. Exhale to the sky. Crossing the midsection to the opposite elbow. Exhale, high to the sky. 3 of those. Inhale to rise. On this last one, hold. And walking that foot forward. And whatever this looks like for you, my friends. And coming here, right? Taking a moment here, just a runner's lunge. And exhale to sink. And setting yourself up like you're on the set of skis. Really squeezing through the inner thighs. Inhale, raising through the core. Awesome work. Inhale, floating the hands up to the sides. Taking a little cactus here, a soft back bend for Anjaneyasana, a crescent lunge. And if you're feeling like you want to power it up, I really dig raising it up, really squeezing through the inner thighs, shooting energy all the way down through the calf, the sole of the foot, that front foot facing forward. Set yourself up for success here. If you need, you can bend the arms at the side. Or exhale, make this beautiful crescent lunge. Thinking of that crescent moon, right, in winter. There's a lot of darkness Awesome work, my friends. Floating the hands down to the earth, planting the left hand down below the left shoulder. We're going to inhale, twisting the opposite side, knowing that if you need, you can float the high knee down to the earth, or you can inhale, raising up high to the sky. Awesome work. And you can even kind of move that right foot out a little bit for more of this like kind of twisted lizard, and that's going to be more of a hip opener. Or exhale down here if you would like. You can bring now that right hand down and just give yourself a moment here in this lizard, just opening up that hip for a moment. Oh, it feels so good. Really just taking a moment here to just absorb that stillness, like winter is here. And embracing that coldness and that darkness within ourselves, and knowing that it's okay, we all have these darker aspects, these lower vibrational feelings and thoughts and emotions like fear and jealousy and anger, guilt, resentment, all of those low vibe feelings. To me, that's what represents these darker aspects of ourselves, and just being okay with them, not saying that there's anything wrong with us and what we're doing, and just being with it. Awesome work. From here, we're going to just bring that heel in, come again for half of a pigeon. So really tuning into the leg that's lengthened on the earth. And a self-adjustment you can do is taking that arm that is on the opposites, it's actually on the same side, and you're just going to gently kind of arrange the hip, because the hips want to be facing forward. Tune into that heel and what's up with that. I know for me, I like to have a pillow because my hip pops off of the earth, and that's just how my body is right now in my practice. So I'm going to take this pillow and get it under the hip if my hip is popped way off the earth. And that's what works best for me. So you can take this bent leg and doing your best. Ideally, it's horizontally, yet yoga is not a one size fits all. So bringing that in towards that pubic bone, that pelvic wall. Exhale and just melting forward here and allowing the head to soften. Maybe take the hat off for a minute and just finding that stillness as you melt forward. Really breathing a breath that expands through the ribs, expanding the intercostal muscles, that webbing between. You're letting it sink. And perhaps here in this moment, you could close your eyes and imagine a cool, dark night with a warm, glowing moon and snowflakes that are softly falling. And imagine yourself warm and cozy, like you're looking out of the window. Maybe you have a hot tea or a hot cup of coffee or a hot drink of your choice. You are in by the fire, cozy and warm, and knowing that there's a season for everything. And in this winter season, that it's okay to rest more. It's okay to do less. It's okay to just be. Just resting and melting into that. Letting that go. But there is a time for movement, and there is a time for stillness. Resisting the temptation for the body to want to do something else, or the mind telling things, and just being here. Letting that go. Awesome work, my friends. Doing such good work here. And from here, you're going to post up that hind foot, and you're going to just kind of step up, and then we're going to just step that hind foot back into that plank, or if you need, you can go to the knees. Again, this is not a one size fits all. Doing what works best for you, my sweet friends. So coming back to either that plank or on the knees on your tabletop position. And returning to these lovely plank to down dogs. Inhaling like you're jumping over this hurdle, or you're jumping over a log, a snowy log on a riverbank. Inhale to raise. Exhale to sink. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sink. Good job. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sink. 2 more. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sink. And slowly and mindfully, you can choose a chaturanga here. So you're really going to hug the elbows in towards the ribs. Exhaling, coming halfway down, like not like a push-up, a standard. You can release the legs down to the earth. Inhale, raising it high, high, high to the sky for this beautiful chaturanga upward dog. Or you could take a cobra. Big breath here. You are stronger than your mind says. Exhale, coming back to that downward facing dog. Okay, powering through to these 3-legged dogs. So it goes 3 to the center, 3 to the left elbow, 3 to the right. So taking this at your own pace. Exhale, high. Inhale. Keeping your own count. Exhaling. Every time that heel goes up high. 3. Maybe testing yourself. Really trying to raise that hind leg up. 3 on each side. So it's going to be to the elbow. High. Inhale to the elbow. And high. Inhale to the elbow. Exhale. Working to the opposite body. Crossing that midsection. Growing those brain cells. Crossing through. And then exhaling. Ooh, that hind foot. The fire is warming me up for my wintering. And just taking a moment here. You can rock forward. Setting yourself up like you're on that set of skis. Just taking this moment here. Awesome work, my lovely, lovely friends. And from here, you can raise up that body. Strengthening through the core, through the glutes, and almost like you can zip up from the sole of the foot, up the calf, the bend here. Inhale, cactus arms if this feels good for you. Slight back bend, or option, you're just gonna really squeeze through those inner thighs and the core, almost like you're just like buttoning everything up and bringing it together. Really feel that inner strength and really activate, especially that hind glute, which is just your butt muscles. It's that lower butt muscle. Inhale, arms high to the sky. Exhaling it out. Inhale, maybe tipping a little bit further back for this beautiful heart opener here. Exhale, hinging the heart forward, releasing the right hand underneath the shoulders. And it's up to you. If you want more of like a lizard, a hip opener, you can just slowly walk the toes, the foot to the outer edge of the mat. Or if you want it more of like this runner's lunge, you can keep it more under the body. We're gonna twist here. Opening up. We're detoxifying, we're cleansing and clearing. We're creating space for new energy of the winter solstice. There's always this huge, powerful energy around the changing seasons. Do you concur? It's just like this huge energetic shift and this internal shift. And I don't know if it's true for you. For me, it is. I really can embrace and I can really connect with the changing of the seasons. Inhaling it out. Coming back to center. And you can drop down, melt on that hind knee and give yourself this more traditional lizard. So that's going to be, the toes are going to be walked out. You can even angle the toes away from the mat. It's like, it's almost like beyond a 45, maybe it would be more of like a 55-degree angle away from the mat. And you can take that elbow and just press gently, and open those hips up. Yes, please. Opening up that heart here. Big breath in, letting it melt away. Yes, you've got this, my beautiful wintering friends. And from here, we're gonna get those hands on the earth to help us. And we're just gonna cross that midsection and get the heel in towards that pelvic wall, right? We're gonna realign this hind foot. So turning that inner thigh up towards the sky, those toes pointed back, making those hips facing forward. If your butt is off of the earth, like at least 1 or more inches, you're gonna wanna grab a pillow or a blanket, which there's no shame in that because my booty is like at least 2 inches off of the earth. And then just exhale here and just melt. Melt into the moment. You can cross elbows, you can rest the head. And allow yourself just to be here, finding a little stillness in this winter season with these windy gusts, with the snowy flurries, the chilly skies. A lot of places there's gray skies. There's even countries in Germany where it's so dark so much of the time, and just being okay with that and whatever your wintering looks like in your country. And in opposite countries, I know it's summer, and good for you, enjoy your summer. And I send you love, and allowing some stillness to wash over you as you're breathing that breath in and allowing it to go. Kind of tapping into that inner fire if you can. I've got this lovely fire on behind me, and that warmth it warms your heart and it warms your physical body, and it makes me feel comfortable and cozy inside of my lovely home. I love it. Breathing that up and letting that go. Awesome work, my friends. Last cycle of breath with an inhale deep into that heart space, expansive. And let it go. And just bringing the hands up. And you can literally slowly just roll to your butt on one side and bringing the feet forward on the other side. So just bringing the feet together here for our Baddha Konasana, a butterfly here, and you can flap those wings up high. Exhale forward. Inhale, flap those wings up high. Exhale to cool down forward. Awesome work. And allowing both of the legs to lay long here. And moving the sit bones, the gluteus medius or maximus, the biggest part of the booty. And doing your best to root the feet down onto the earth. And I like to put my hands on my shins or knees. It's up to you if you want to more test yourself. You can raise your palms high, or like you're slicing. I know my kids love the Karate Kid. They love to pretend they're the Karate Kid. You can be the Karate Kid. And from the center, I really mindfully, it's like you're pushing a button and allowing your body to come slowly and mindfully down on the earth. I always get to this point where my body's just like, and we're down. So that's okay. So letting your body get to the earth. Awesome work at bringing one knee into the chest and the opposite knee in. And just rolling side to side, giving yourself a lower back massage for this double wind reliever here. Or if it feels better, you can give yourself a child's pose by slicing on the insides of the knees. You can reach the outsides of the feet. You can pointer and middle finger grab the big toes. Do what feels best for you, my friends, and just take a little free expression here. One last big hug, lengthening one leg long and the opposite leg long. Bringing the hands on the belly. I'm taking off my hat, put it on my head. Just get yourself situated if you like your own pillow under your neck here. And allow yourself to find your Shavasana, your pose of surrender. Whew. And just bringing the awareness to the feet, the toes, and softening and melting the toes, and deepening to the heels of the feet, relaxing ankles, spiraling up to shins and knees, melting the thighs, softening through the booty muscles, opening and softening at the hips and the genitalia, melting each vertebrae onto the mat like a string of moths, softening through the tummy, softening through the heart, relaxing the shoulders, letting go through the biceps, softening and maybe giving a little bend to the elbows, softening the triceps, softening the hands, maybe tensing up the hands into a fist and let it go. Do that 3 times. Make a ball of the fist, tighten the eyes, squeeze the booty, hold it in, make yourself relax. 2 more. Hold it in, relax. Hold it, feel the stress and the tension, and let it go. Soften, softening up, spiraling up to the throat, relaxing the jaw, melting the cheekbones, deepening up the eyes, softening the scalp. And allowing in this moment allowing the season of winter to blanket around us with love and compassion. And here in this season, that sleeping more, resting more, doing less is okay. Nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself is perhaps what you need a little bit more of. And taking those cues from your intuition, from your gut instinct. Maybe going to bed a little bit earlier instead of binging on a bunch of shows. Maybe taking up your favorite craft or hobby you haven't done in a long time that's indoors. Maybe writing and journaling more, reading a book, doing things like skiing or snowboarding or sledding or snowshoeing. All the things. And knowing that within this winter season that the cool darkness is where we may find the most beneficial healing. Putting both hands, palms, kissing palms to your heart center. And acknowledging the winter season surrounding us. And acknowledging that shifting season, that changing aspect within ourselves. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining, my friends. I will see you back